Today we'll be exploring Douglas Manor, Queens, a wealthy neighborhood just 30 minutes from Midtown Manhattan by train, but a world away, with some of the most beautiful homes in all of New York City. Let's see what makes this area so unique. This is the end of New York City. This is the northeastern tip of Queens. Across the water is Long Island. What makes this community so unique for me is that you have this 1 mile of unobstructed waterfront. No houses were built on it. In front of Little Neck Bay, you can see the Throgs Neck Bridge in the distance. Even the signs there say no trespassing, member use only. So you're not even supposed to come and sit on the bench to enjoy the view of the water. This area was named after the Douglas family, and one thing that they did was only single family homes and like no commercial businesses here. It's basically like being in a suburb in Long Island or New Jersey, a really nice suburb. In 1997, New York's Landmark Preservation Commission named Douglas Manor a historical district. The Douglaston Historic District, meaning if you want to do any changes to any of the homes here, that commission has to approve of it, just like in Forest Hills Gardens. I mean, look, I grew up in Jersey. I think that shock factor of, oh my God, this is New York City has long worn off for me in these types of neighborhoods. Let's be honest, a ton of them exist. You know, most tourists don't know about them. A lot of locals who just moved to Manhattan also don't really know about these suburban types of neighborhoods in Queens that are basically like a hop, skip, and a jump away from Long Island. You can have a lot of property in New York City, it just depends on the neighborhoods. There's only about 600 homes in Douglas Manor, and a lot of them are just passed on from generation to generation, so it's rare that a home even pops up. Back in 2021, the average list price was about $2 million, but everybody knows about this whole real estate boom right now. I can't imagine that the cost of the homes here hasn't skyrocketed as well. I read an interesting article that there's some longtime residents here that will swim in Little Neck Bay, even though at times the city has said that it's not safe for swimming. They claim that they don't get sick after swimming in this. Like, it'll prevent any diseases, I guess. I don't know. I don't know if I would swim in it personally, but make your own judgments. Douglaston Club, established in 1918, private club, yacht, tennis, golf, and this area has had some pretty famous residents. A young John McEnroe at the age of 8 actually started training in tennis right at this club. Another big name, Andrew Cuomo, sold his home here in 1993. Wealthy celebrity types have lived in Douglas Manor and will continue to do so. This is a landmark home in New York City, built in 1850. It's one of the few remaining structures in Queens that was originally built as a farmhouse. I mean, look at that. It completely does not look like it belongs in New York City. But when you look back on New York's history, heck, even Manhattan had tons of farm homes. The word Bowery, you know, the Bowery is Dutch for farm. This is an amazing relic of New York City's past, and it's so hard to find this type of structure anywhere in Queens anymore. This legitimately looks like it could be on a plantation somewhere in the southern United States. Forget the suburbs. This is quieter than the suburbs. I understand why people would move here. This is, you know, you got 1 foot in the suburbs and 1 foot in the city. You likely need a car, about a 15-minute walk or so to get to the LIRR. These homes are absolutely gorgeous. So many different styles. Little British country inn. You could fit 6 or 7 cars in this garage right here. I got a question for you guys. Tell me in the comments, if you had $2 or $3 million to buy a home, would you buy something out here? Would you rather get a brownstone in Brooklyn or some fancy apartment in Manhattan? I'm curious what you would do. Cherry blossoms, Cherry Street. Coincidence? I think not. We've got Lake Tahoe style ski house right there. This is a very cinematic look here because you have the Whitestone Bridge and the Throgs Neck Bridge off in the distance. Very beautiful. You get nice views here. Got some beaches here. I'm imagining in the summer you see the people on Long Island swimming and waving at the New York City folks right across. This is different. Looks like marshes and like almost swampland separating Long Island and New York City right here. I don't think there's any alligators here. Don't quote me. You know, one of the things that many of these wealthier communities in New York City have in common is quick access to a train, because from Douglaston, you can take the LIRR to Penn Station in under 30 minutes. And let's look at, you know, how this area was created. This is one of the biggest suburban booms in the country. This was considered suburbs when it first opened up, before Queens was even part of New York City. So the little downtown part of Douglaston is very cute. It gives you the vibe like you are in Germany or Switzerland somewhere. I absolutely love this type of architecture. Very different than many other parts of New York City. Even though I'm sure this place is good, this is not the Parkway Diner that was referenced in the Billy Joel song, Scenes from an Italian Restaurant. You know, more of a hit at the Parkway Diner.
More of a hit at the Parkway Diner. We never knew we could want more than that out of life.
Actually, that diner was in Hicksville, Long Island, which, you know, we're really close to the Long Island border actually, but different Parkway Diner. They're actually filming a movie right on this street, because I think for New York City, you actually could totally substitute this to some smaller town in the US. I've seen Japanese, Chinese, Korean here. A lot of nice choices in a small area. Look good, thank you. Look at these grandma slices. Oh, Ben running into the door as usual. I don't know what it is, but I like adding a little pizza review, pizza thing to any new neighborhood we do. There it is with the marinara sauce, just dabbed in the middle. Solid, solid neighborhood slice right here. Very solid.
You really can't go wrong eating pizza in Queens.
Queens is totally underrated, absolutely right. Queens might be the most underrated pizza borough in New York City.
I agree.
We're about 5 minutes from Douglaston on the Little Neck, Great Neck border, so you could see that across the street, over there is Long Island. In fact, I've read how some homes have part of their home in Queens, part of their home in Long Island, and they pay a certain percentage to New York City, and then the other percentage to Nassau County. It can get really confusing. We're like officially leaving New York, like we're out of New York City right now. This is now the first time I've ever filmed in Long Island in Here Be Bar history. And now we're leaving. We'll be back though, I promise. I'm thinking this might be the border, look. Thinking, I don't know, but I'm thinking this could be like the unofficial border right here. It's not that exciting though, I don't know. I'm not getting a kick out of this like US Canada, US Mexico, you know, Long Island, Queens. If you're into unknown spots and hidden gems, in this video right here, we explore some spots that even local New Yorkers don't know about. Check this out.